Welcome, brother or sister. Welcome to the Brotherhood. Welcome to NOD. You have sought us out because you know we are the true future of Earth, of humanity. Kane wills it after all. I'm sure you have seen it. You've seen it all across the globe, haven't you? You see it now. We are bathed in the warm glow of Tiberium. Yes, it's the beautiful glow. We must get more of the crystals. Excuse me. The Tiberium has an effect upon the mind, but do not concern yourself. It is quite enlightening, really. So, you have sought out the Brotherhood. You seek to join us, yes? A wise decision. Tell me, which of the zones have you come from? A blue zone, a yellow zone, or a red zone? A red zone? My Kane! How did you even survive? You turned to the Tiberium. You're a smart person. I can tell we will get along quite well. So, I'm sure you wish to learn more about the Tiberium, yes? Alright, very well. So, it all began back in 1997. First, the Tiberium rained down upon Earth, and the pathetic GDI would have you believe that they named us after where it was first discovered, the Tiber River Valley in Italy. Just another example of the GDI trying to claim our glorious leader Kane's wisdom as their own. No. Where it came from, or where it was named, was a manifestation of Kane's own will. He named it after the ancient Roman Emperor Tiberius. Yes. If you were in the red zone, you may have seen it. These ships, flying around faster than I can see, yes. Spectres. Yes, well, that was actually a creation devised by Kane. He obtained, well, no one outside of the upper echelons truly knows how he got this knowledge, but he used his knowledge to create the Spectre. Some say that the wisdom and knowledge he used to create it was alien in origin. It came from the same place as the Tiberium. Apparently there's some alien race that calls Tiberian Ica, however you want to use it. But it does not matter, for we have the Tiberium to aid us. There is nothing better than the Tiberium. It shapes our mind and guides our future. Hopefully, one day, we will see the Tiberian dawn. And when that day comes, all will know the glory of Kane and Tiberium. So, now we've got that out of the way. You may have seen some of our forces out in the field securing more Tiberium since he came from a red zone. My God, how How could you have survived that? The iron storms must have been incredible. Oh, no matter you. I'm sure you've seen our forces out there, yes? Yes, very good. So, for a new recruit, there are a few positions that you could fill. Okay, so, because you're a new sort of person, we do have a few infantry positions that you could fill. I'll read through these. So, there is the light infantry. It's basically like a militia. Does that sound appealing to you? You would be trying to secure the Tiberium for the glory of NOD. You want to hear a few more options? Very well. So there is rocket infantry. Basically the same, except you get a big rocket launcher. Oh, you want to keep going? Right. There is an engineer. You basically help maintain NOD down the field, repairing bridges, supports, buildings, pretty much anything we would need. Alright. Well, we're looking at the well, you got those first three that you can go into if you want to be infantry. Thinking maybe light infantry. Alright, very well. Put a note there. Something we've been experimenting with as a sort of incentive to new recruits is telling you about some of our elite infantry forces that you could join. You want to hear them? Yes, alright, so this first one is a cyborg. Basically, you're a human fused with Tiberium and machinery. Alright. There is a Cyborg Commando. It's basically a cyborg, but better in every way. Alright. There is a mutant hijacker. Why do I even mention that one to you? You're obviously not a mutant. Right. Very well. No matter. We'll go on to the next bit. So, there are a few vehicles that you can get into if you show the aptitude for it. First of these is the harvester. It's quite self-explanatory. You go out, collect as much Tiberium as you can using a vehicle, and then you bring it back. This position has a tendency towards, how do you say, people of your origin. Slightly insane, you know, grew up in the red zone. Doesn't sound too appealing. You'd like a bit more action. Christ, you really did grow up in the red zone. Right. Attack buggy. Right. Attack cycle. Right. A tick tank. Right. Those are really the sort of basic ones. As with the infantry, there is a chance for promotion through the ranks, and if you start in one of those vehicles, you can eventually work your way up to something much cooler. Tiberium whispers to us. So, do you want me to go over those? Alright, so mobile repair vehicle, basically an engineer but you're in a car. Artillery, it's a tank but you can sit far away. You're very vulnerable though. this one's a good one. It's a mobile sensor array. Basically, you drive out into field somewhere, you set up, you deploy, and then it'll give information of the surrounding area to our troops and to your commanders. Sounds a bit boring for you? Fair enough. There is the subterranean APC. You can carry other troops out into the field. No, don't think it's for you. Alright. It's a mobile construction vehicle. Basically, if you go into engineering and then transfer into mobile repair vehicle, one day you can hope to be the driver of an MCV. They're the people that help construct the glorious nation of NOD. I aspire to one day meet one of those brave men and women. Oh, sorry, got distracted there. Let's keep going. There's a Devil's Tongue flame tank. It's basically a tank that shoots fire. We're old enough to remember the first Tiberian War. You may have seen use of it in Africa and Europe. No? Fair enough. It is an awesome sight to behold its weaponry, and you probably were lucky to have never crossed it. Next up, if you go into the tip tank, you can work up to this one. It is called the Ezekiel's Wheel, or a stealth tank. It's as cool as it sounds, really. So you think that one sounds interesting? Alright. Put a big circle next to it. Okay. So this next one is, if you go into harvesting as a Tiberium harvester, the beautiful glow. Sorry. So if you go into Tiberium harvesting, one day you can hope to eventually transfer into being a weed eater, if you can pry yourself away from those beautiful crystals. Oops, sorry. Basically, the weed eater is a reworked harvester that harvests Tiberium veins to use in the chemical factories, and it helps create the chemical, most of NOD's chemical weaponry. That one sounds interesting. Fair enough. There is this last one, which you can't. There is this last one which you can't really get into, but you can't drive it. But you can be an operator of it. You can be a hunter-seeker droid operator. Basically, you sit in the Temple of NOD, and you help aim these on missions. So this sounds interesting. Alright, cool. There are two more that we have. One I can tell you about, I mentioned it earlier, and as mentioned before, I can't say too much about it. But these are aircraft. So, we have the Harpy, which is fantastic against infantry and things like attack buggies and attack bikes, and like just light infantry, light vehicles. It's like a jump jet. That sound cool to you? Right. So to get into that one, you would have to start in vehicles and then transfer in after you have enough experience. The other one is the Banshee, which is part of that technology Kane was working on. Not really meant to mention it, but it sounds interesting. Fair enough. Right, so I believe we may have found a place for you within the Brotherhood. I look forward to serving with you, brother. Remember, praise Kane